Outlet Liquor is your place to buy a case. Stock up and save when you shop the lowest prices available every day at Outlet Liquor. You never have to wait for a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Only at Outlet Liquor.
What's your outlet?
Folks, welcome back to a brand new episode of Degenerate Danger Zone. I brought the old theme intro there back for you. We're sponsored by New York's only Outlet Liquor. When you need to stock up, it's the place to buy a case. What's your outlet? I have two very special guests with me. Joining me, as always, Tybee, Captain Ferdinand, live yet again from Ohio. Boys, how are we doing? And Captain, how was your night last night?
Oh man, absolutely insane environment to be in. The UD Arena never fails to disappoint. Went 2-0 in our degenerate bets, so it was all around good.
Yeah, it looked great. And Tybee, welcome back to the show. How you feeling on this lovely, glorious Buffalo day?
Obviously, you got to be feeling great. Sun shining. We got weather like above, like is it like 50 degrees out there? I don't even know what it is. It's you don't need a jacket, you don't need a hoodie weather for us, which is incredible. And you have all these teams descending down on KeyBank Center today for all their practices and all that. So a lot of people down there, downtown Buffalo, getting hopping, getting ready for it. Going to be absolutely incredible tomorrow when things get really jumping off tomorrow. So I can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. There's a big buzz in the city as we host these first round games in the tournament. First four, as Captain mentioned last night, went great. I think is overhit, and Indiana moves on, and they are officially dancing now. And Captain's going to the games again tonight, I believe. Let's start right back at the first four where the
I'll be there.
Is, Captain. 6:40, we got Bryant at your Wright State University. I think we know where we're going, but I'm going to let you take the floor.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't really even need to be talked about too much. Keep it simple. Wright State Moneyline. A lot of people in the public are on Bryant. Peter Kiss looking for a big game, but I think they're going to hold him to 11, 3, and 4. I think I tweeted that earlier. Big night for Tanner Holden. Look out for the Wright State Raiders tonight.
100%.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup for me, Slick, because when you're looking at both these teams, both of them offensively.
I cut out. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still there. Both of them offensively look all right, look pretty good. But when you're looking at the sides defensively, the defenses are pretty bad. Wright State's defense is even worse. But when I'm looking at this matchup, what I see is a perfect opportunity to find one of these here unders where you're going to find the public early on, especially in this tournament, where they're going to lean the overs. Once you get these games, we see even with the conference tournaments in those finals where the public really leans the over, we saw a lot of those unders coming in over the past few seasons. That's been a very profitable play. So what I'm looking at here, looking at 155.5, I'm looking at the under in this game here, just because this is a big spot for both these teams. You're at 16 seed. Neither of these teams are really expected to be in this spot here, Slick. You played your heart out last week, last week and a half, whatever it was. And you come into this huge spot here, and you're playing at Wright State. Wright State has so much, you're playing in Ohio there. You have so much on your back, on your shoulders.
Right.
I think we're going to see a much lower scoring game than we expect because these teams are going to come out. They're going to be a bit more nervous than most people expect, because it's not like a lot of these other teams we're going to see in this tournament where they're really senior heavy, where they have some of these even 6-year guys.
Right. And that's a great point, Ty. I think 155, you said? That seems like an oddly high total, given that these games
They've both been scoring a lot, honestly, in their conference tournaments. They both scored a lot. But like I said, that's when you're a desperate team, like you play desperate basketball. This is the exact opposite. You're in the tournament. You're where you need to be. This is a 50-50 coin toss flip for either team. You're going to do things to not put yourself in a bad situation here in this game, I think.
Absolutely. I love that play too, because I feel like there's going to be some substantial pressure on Wright State as well. I think Captain mentioned you're 15 minutes from the campus there in Dayton. So obviously probably going to be a packed barn. The nerves
It's
are
going to
going
be
to
a
be
home
getting to
game.
them. A spot in the dance on the line. I love the defensive basketball. I couldn't agree more with that play. Looking at the night game here, 2-11 seeds as Captain joins us back after the disconnection. We got Notre Dame and Rutgers.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to think of this matchup, honestly. Notre Dame's favored by 1. Captain, start me off. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, so actually this one's interesting because these are two teams in my mind that maybe could have been, an automatic bid in the tournament. Not automatic, but, not a play-in game. Essentially, when I took it when I was in New York, it was a pick'em, which is you really never see that in basketball too often. I did go ahead with Rutgers Moneyline, Scarlet Knights. I don't know, just felt right. That's just how I'm feeling. I know Notre Dame, got St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. But yeah, I'm riding with Rutgers Moneyline tonight. I got it at 110.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
This one's tough for me. Rutgers has been incredible at times this year. Like they've beaten some really good teams, but most of those wins have come at home. Notre Dame has shown at times they could beat the best teams in the country, but they haven't shown it consistently on both sides. That's why I think we're going to get the double under here tonight, under
Hey.
134.5. Both teams struggling. I'm sorry. I think you're going to be drinking a lot of beers if you're watching these games because it's not going to be a lot of entertainment out there. A lot of missed shots, hopefully, and we're cashing those in. You're going to get those unders early on here. I think we're going to set up for a tournament like that because, like I said, a lot of teams carrying these 4th, 5th, 6th year guys into this tournament. You just look at what Sister Jean's bringing in with her.
Yeah.
She's been here for damn near 100 years, and then plus what the rest of all these guys on that team have been for. They were on that Sweet 16 run last year. They returned almost everyone. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that this year, and that's why I think the Mountain West, those teams are pretty competitive this year because you look at the mid-major teams that are going to be maybe bracket busters are those types of teams.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's very close on the books, as you both pointed out. Rutgers +1, Notre Dame -1. It's basically a pick'em. Books are slightly in favor of Notre Dame. The 133 is a very drastic difference than that 155 under you're taking, Ty. But I trust you on that play.
I'm a savage.
I
hate unders. So.
Scared money don't make money. I know Captain's hat says the other thing, but we're not going to go there.
Yeah. I'm not wearing that today. Just to let you guys know, I'm rocking with the unders with Ty B.
Okay, I figured with the play, given you didn't mention the play, the hat was not going to be getting put on.
It's only on when I'm going with the play. It's a desperation call.
I'm very much like Meerkat and I always say I hate betting unders. I never want to root for unders, but fading the public, especially in March,
tends to be profitable.
I just want to see a close game. Like last night, I mean, at least to me, had a few beers flowing, but at least from my point of view while watching the games, it seemed like not lopsided, but there was never a moment where it was close. Like even with the Indiana game, the Corpus Christi game, they won, I think, each by 6 or 7. So it was they're just kind of trailing the whole game. You kind of know.
Yeah, it was never really back. It was never fully back and forth. Once a team took advantage, they really just kind of held it. Yeah, let's see some exciting games tonight.
I think that Wright State has some potential.
Right, the first.
I think that game could be crazy.
The first 4, right, is kick off this madness. Get us in the spirit for these next couple weeks.
If I see Wright State down early, I'm probably gonna hit that money line.
Hit that money line.
That's a money line that could turn quickly, where you could find some value on a team that is essentially a home team. If you want to look at this in a smart way, give Wright State, some credit as a home team here. If you're a live better, that's something to monitor. If Wright State gets down, hit it.
That's how it was last night. Indiana, I didn't realize, is right on the border of Ohio.
Yeah, they traveled like crazy.
It was packed in there. All the bars, all the scenery, everyone had IU stuff on. It was a really good thing to see, I guess.
Yeah, Absolutely. And folks, that's something you got to also pay attention to in March is you can't always just look at these straight lines and think, oh, I'm going to stick away from that game.
And sometimes you'll be like, oh, it'll be like, oh, it's in the West region, but the game's actually being played in Buffalo.
Yeah. So
you never know.
No home court's advantage here.
Yeah.
and be watching the game early. You never know who could get off to a hot run to start the game. And then you're looking at very reasonable lines usually on a school that you might have been looking at in north of minus 300. So hopefully the first floor 4 delivers tonight. Wow.
I actually do have a sprinkle for you.
It is also
folks.
the first floor is slick, so don't worry.
I am on the first floor.
It is the first floor of March still. It is the first.
We're just getting
right
started.
On. And Captain's got a sprinkle, I hear.
I got a sprinkle for the NIT.
Oh man.
My heart goes out to Dayton being the first team out. But I'm gonna go ahead and take Dayton -1 against Toledo. That's sitting at -110, almost even money. But this Dayton team, I feel bad. They should, like every team, right? They should be in the tournament. But I think they got them -1 versus Toledo tonight.
Speaking of the NIT, Jake Micah's Kent State -1.5 favorites against Southern Utah.
Love it.
I like it too. I can't say I don't. So that's quite overwhelming. But anyway, guys, you got anything else in these college games before we go to NBA or possibly even the ice?
Nope.
Nothing else.
I just got a pick for NBA, pick for hockey. That's it.
Perfect. I'll start us off with NBA here. I'm looking at Atlanta Hawks, Charlotte Hornets. Hornets at home. It's a pick'em game. For some reason, I just like the Hornets in this one. These two are fighting for those. What are those seeds called in the play-in games? I'm not sure where Atlanta sits at right now. Last time I checked, they were right around that 10 mark. Charlotte right around that 8 or 9. But this should be a great competitive game. A lot of good young players on these teams. But I'm going to favor Charlotte at home. The guard play from Charlotte is just incredible. And obviously, LaMelo Ball is electric. And Miles Bridges, those two are going to be an absolute duo for the near future. So I like that play. If you got them to pick them, I would take them. Even a +1 dog at home, might as well sprinkle. Captain, what's your NBA play?
My NBA play is I always like fading the Nets just because I've been a Celtics fan my whole life. So
I agree.
Big Nets hater. So I'm taking the Mavs -3, and that's also at -110. So I'm rocking.
And
with
what's
that.
the deal? Is
We'll
Kyrie
see.
Irving going to have to use his parents' tickets to get into this game again? I mean, seriously. And then he goes and drops a 60 last night.
Just,
I mean, come on.
There's so much controversy around this team.
You guys are pissing this dude off in all the wrong ways. He's just going to
blows
keep
my
putting up numbers.
It blows my mind what he's doing. Like he could be a top 20, top 10 even ball player of all time.
Yeah.
He just
and instead he's playing part-time and still putting up Hall of Fame worthy numbers. It's crazy. I still hate that guy.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's crazy. It's like I don't blame you on that, but I'm gonna go with a little homer pick of my own.
Okay.
And in this one, I'm looking at the Raptors open at -3.5. They're getting a point now. Hurry up and get on the Clippers before that line moves more. It looks like Van Vliet's probably gonna be out tonight, and if that's the case, Clippers, for whatever reason, they've just hung in with everybody all year. They're better than the Lakers.
Yeah.
Who the hell would have thought that with, the injuries that the Clippers have gone through this season? It's absolutely insane that they are where they are. And I think this is a game where the Clippers are going to show up real big here. You got Pascal Siakam's rebounds at 6.5 when he's averaging like over 8 on the season. Something weird about this game. I think Vegas sees it now. It's incoming here. A big Clippers win. Get on it before that line moves even further.
Yeah, I love that play. And like you said, this Clippers team is kind of shocking everybody. Don't know where it's coming from.
Been great. Like
Terrence Mann, dude. Oh my goodness.
Incredible.
Yeah. Oh, unreal. Shall we move to the ice, gentlemen? Any plays?
I got one play on the ice. That's all.
All right, let's get right to it.
I'm taking the Bruins +1.5 against the Wild. That's the odds on it aren't great. They're -265, but I think that's pretty decent. Bruins 1.5. I don't know. What do you guys think about that play?
I like it in the parlay. The Wild at home are tough, and if I had to be honest, I'd look at either of those money lines. But +1.5 is, as Meerkat would say, it's great parlay fodder. I don't know how you feel, Ty.
Definitely parlay fodder. If anything, I'm not putting 265 on that to win a hundo. But I would think about honestly playing that money line straight. Boston hasn't looked tremendous their past few games. I mean, honestly, they've just, even when they are winning, they're winning, by 1 goal. Minnesota is much tougher than Chicago and Arizona, who they've barely been beating. So when I'm looking at that, the plus 1.5, yeah, that's probably the better play than taking Boston on the money line. But
yeah, I agree. That minus 105 does look pretty appealing. The Bruins, obviously very talented roster, haven't been playing up to exact potential, but that wouldn't stop me from playing a money line bet at minus 105. That's for sure. I got to look at these Calgary Flames minus 1.5 at home. It's minus 130 against the Devils, and the Devils are just a poor team. And this Calgary, these young guns, playing really well. Yeah, anything else in hockey? That's all I gotta say about that one, really. Go Flames.
That's all I got. Yeah.
If you know what I mean. And I gotta give a special shout out because I'm riding him again tonight. I gave you a maniac tennis play last night, folks, and it cashed in 2 straight sets. Absolute no freaking problem. And we're going with him again tonight. He was even money last night, ranked a bit lower than his opponent. His opponent going into tonight is not ranked. And he leans at minus 115. He's the 23rd tennis player in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, John Isner, minus 115. Lock it in.
Is that a lock?
But it's a lock. It's a
nuclear hammer lock?
It's the nuclear hammer. We also,
Slick, I got one more nuclear hammer lock. It's it's a parlay. It's the Hardy Boys and Thunder Rosa. You're getting that at minus 115 on the parlay for AEW tonight. St. Patrick's Slam, hammer.
Yeah. Can I give a quick shout out to Jeff Hardy? Last week on Wednesday when I did my DDZ, I signed off by saying, Jeff, if you're listening, just please come down that ramp tonight. Shout out to Jeff for tuning in.
And he danced as he was running down it. Just for you,
dance. And Jeff, if you're committed and you're tuning in yet again tonight, I just want to say from Trainwreck Sports, we love you and Matt, and have a great match tonight. We're so happy to see the Hardy Boys back in the ring. But that's besides the point. That is a great parlay, though. If I had betting on that, I would absolutely lay the nuclear hammer. Another tennis play, you got Rafael Nadal, but his odds are screwed. I mean, you could literally take this guy at minus 4.5, and you're only getting plus 180 for that. Minus 4.5. That's nuts. But
I've never watched tennis in my life.
You wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
talking about 4.5 games.
Yeah, 4.5 games.
And it's probably they're probably only playing 3 sets, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Okay, I should not say live odds anymore on air because that literally just went from a plus 80 in front of my eyes to a plus 255. The minus 2.5 games now is a minus 180. So they're giving the dollar that minus 3.5 is minus. Yeah, they heard Slick L's on it and they're like, oh, let's bump up the odds so he takes it because that's not hitting. So, yeah, Nadal definitely getting some heavy favorites there on the books. Hey, if you do, I'm not too offended. When it comes to Slick Saturday, though, I hear the slander and I relax. But no, you relax, and I'll address the slander accordingly. Yes. Any last plays, gentlemen? We might have Ty. Do we have Champions League again today? Oh, we got Juventus on right now.
Yeah, I can't do nothing right now. They're playing right now.
Live bets potentially. I don't know of any other soccer. Boys, anything else?
I got nothing, man. I'm just looking forward to a good game tonight. Hopefully, one of the 2 games are good. Wright State Moneyline, Rutgers Moneyline. I'm going to be doing some live videos. I'm trying to get some more interviews and stuff. Last night people were just going nuts. Wyoming fans are few and far between, but there's some characters out there. Everyone was just like, oh, Josh Allen. That's all they ever said.
Hammer, live bet Juventus.
Oh, love that live bet Juventus, folks.
Vlahovic is playing and Murata. Hammer.
120. What's that other one?
Hammer. Juventus needs to win. Second leg, they're tied 1-1. Juventus needs to win. I mean, like they don't have to win in regulation, but if they take the lead in regulation, they're not going to concede it. I like Juventus to score first in this game. They have a much better team.
And then to hold out the win, I love that. Plus 120. You get those great odds in soccer. Even in the beginning.
If you bet Juventus to advance even, it's probably like maybe like minus 120. You could probably still take that. Like, you're going to win money.
Is that Juventus, just to advance?
Juventus is not going to get eliminated by Villarreal. Well, they're tied 1-1. And the away goals is no longer the tiebreak slick. So if they're tied, like it goes to extra time until someone wins.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. So they got to go till a goal, basically?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or it goes, I don't know. I think they go to PKs, but yeah.
Okay, well,
Juventus still has Juventus has the better goalie, better forwards, better. Like, I would still bet on Juventus.
Say less. I'm about to lock that in, folks. You should all go and lock in your
Villarreal's got fucking Edson Capuy. Capui's not going to fucking score.
Edson Capuy? Who the hell is that?
That dude sits in the back of the. He's going to be hanging out with the defenders all day. His own defenders, I'm talking about.
Edson, am I right? Like that son of a bitch. Ugh. Anyway, folks, let's go get this free money tonight. Captain, we expect to see some rowdy interviews again from these.
Yeah, we'll try.
Let's go. Right state. And sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, we'll try. We'll see how the fans are down there. If it's anything like last night, it'll be a good time.
Yeah, I was also going to say, you mentioned Josh Allen. That's all the Wyoming fans bring up. If that's all we can relate to with people of Wyoming, that's fine with me. I don't care. I love it. Ty, what do you have before we sign off?
Jordan Phillips just posted on his Instagram. Thank you for everything, Cardinals. You changed my life forever. Appreciate it, but the heart wants what the heart wants. A picture of him in a Bills jersey. # Let's go Buffalo.
Oh.
Wow.
Breaking news.
You heard it here, folks. Breaking news. Stay tuned for all the best bets as this madness continues and the breaking news at Trainwreck Sports. As this tampering period continues, the Crowd Assist podcast, they're always on top of it. Until then, folks, we got 3 words for you. Good night. Now.
Outlet Liquor is your place to buy a case. Stock up and save when you shop the lowest prices available every day at Outlet Liquor. You never have to wait for a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Only at Outlet.